So, Final Fantasy War of the Visions is everything I love and hate, especially hate, about mobile games. Thanks for stopping by in this video today. Today, we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy War of the Visions, if you couldn't already tell. And this is going to be more like not an in-depth review of the game, but more or less talking about what you're going to be getting yourself into and why I both love and hate this game. So let's get started. One of the first things I want to say that I love about this game is it is beautiful. Like, the developers really put their time into making this game, and it is a very beautiful looking game. I love the art style. It's like the old kind of Final Fantasy art style, where it kind of seems like it's a little water painted, and it's not so much the old Final Fantasy games art style. It's just more of the old art that you would see that goes along with these Final Fantasy games that the game artists kind of make as rough drafts and such. But I love the art style of this game. Let's see if we can go check out some units. And this is another thing I love about this game is when you go check out the units, not only will you be able to see the regular 2D art, which is beautiful, but you can also see the 3D art. And the 3D art of these characters are full-blown characters. You know, not the old chibi characters that you kind of get when you play other gacha games, gacha hero collector games, where you see where you only get to see the 2D art. But then if they do give you a chance to see the 3D art, they're usually in like a chibi kind of model, which I hate. I really do hate it when games do that. I try to stay away from games that do that because it just seems lazy to me, where you can have games like this where you can see both the 3D and the full 3D art, the full 3D character model, and you can also see the 2D. So I do love that. That's an awesome thing about this game. Another great thing about this game is that, well, despite how grindy it is, resource heavy grinding this game is, from what I understand, you really have to grind a lot for this game, and that's kind of something that sucks. But it does make it slightly easier because you can just tap on the materials needed for doing things like job level enhancements, and it'll take you exactly where you need to go. I haven't unlocked this mission yet, so I can't do it, but you can go exactly to where you need to go to get the resources needed to kind of enhance your characters, your gacha characters, your heroes that you've collected. Another thing I do love about this game is you can have an interactive unit, a home unit that you can kind of interact with, and they're full 3D models, so that's cool. You can change them to whoever you want, so I'll change it to her. I think she's in the old Final Fantasy mobile game, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. So that's pretty cool. I do love that. It's just a lot of cool quality of life things about this game. The menu system is also pretty easy to navigate. You know exactly where you want to go to get to things. That's not confusing like some other mobile games that I've found to be confusing in the past. Everything is right here. You can even just kind of minimize that if you want to free up some space if you don't like the clutter. It doesn't seem all that clutterful to me. Another thing I absolutely love about this game is that, at least as far as I can tell, this game is fully voice acted. Now we'll see what it's like when other like events come out, if there are any story events that come out. But as far as it goes in the main story, as far as I've realized, it's all voice acted, and it has both English and Japanese voice acting, which is incredible because usually with these Japanese hero collecting games, it's usually just in Japanese, and even then, it's usually not even voice acted. So they'll have like moments where you can hear them speak in Japanese, like when you're in battle and you're doing some actions and stuff, so you never understand what they're saying unless you speak Japanese, which I don't. But in this game, it's all voice acted, and you can do both English and Japanese, which I do love. Also, in the like story elements of this game, see if I can replay an old one. Yeah, I'll just spend some NRG. It's pretty fun play on the words energy, NRG. Let's see if it'll play the story. If not, I'll just have to back out. But yeah, it doesn't. So in the story elements of this game, it's all acted out. You actually see the character models in the story. Yeah, it's on auto. It's not like other mobile games where you just get like this PNG image of a character and they just kind of like make the image kind of jump up and down to make it seem like they're talking or something's happening. I hate that stuff in mobile games. The only mobile game I really give a pass to that is Fate Grand Order, and that's just because I love that game. But I do love how it's full character acted, full character model used, not just a PNG. You can actually see the full character model moving around and such. I'm not sure there's a way you can actually just see what the cutscene was like. I just have to play a new mission, which I don't want to do because I don't want to spoil anything, which I probably already did from the titles of the missions, but that's besides the point. I do love that. It's not just PNGs bouncing up and down, acting like they're doing something. Just very lazy to me. So I guess I can start kind of getting into things I don't like. One of the things I was kind of alluding to earlier is how resource grindy this game is. From watching other people online and seeing what they've been saying, you definitely have to have some units that you want to dedicate everything you have to them, because you're not going to get enough resources and it's going to be very hard to level up or rank up or evolve characters because of how hard it is to get resources in this game, which is kind of like Fate Grand Order. Is very hard to get resources in that game as well, unless you're doing events. So I guess we'll see what events are like in this game. If it'll be like Fate Grand Order, where the events will give you not a lot of resources, but gives you more than what you would normally get if you're just doing the normal daily grind of things. Another thing I hate about this game is how monetization heavy this game is. It is insane how monetized heavy this game is. Like, it takes it to a whole new level of things. Now, I'm all for games having like ads in them if it's going to be a benefit to the players, which in some ways it is, and in a lot of ways it's not. One main benefit to me, at least, for these ads in the game is that you can use these ads to give yourself more energy. I both love and hate that. I love it because it gives you more energy, but I also hate it because then it's like you have to do this to get the energy you need to do much of anything in this game, because some of these far plane missions that you do for training cost like 12 for the good ones, 12 or 16 NRG. So if you're doing the 16 NRG ones and you're rank 18 like I am with 47 NRG, then you can only do 2 of these and you're done for the day until this replenishes. Now granted, the energy does replenish 1 energy. I'm just call it energy because it's like easier to say. 1 energy every 3 minutes, which is nice because other gacha mobile games will do it like 1 energy every 5 minutes, but 3 minutes is better. But I hate it, like I said, because then it's like they're really tempting you to passively give them money through watching ads. And so that's one way that they get you with the ads. Another way they get you is the summoning. So again, I'm not totally against ads being in games if it improves the game for the players. And to me, it should make it so that it should be easier to do things in games. You know, like if they're going to have ads in the summoning, they should give you something worthwhile, because it's not like they're not getting money from these ads. And there are hundreds of thousands of players playing this game. And those hundreds and thousands of players watching ads, it's giving them a good amount of money to get these things. But for things like this, where you can only watch 3 ads at a time every like 4 hours or something. I don't remember how long it actually is. Actually, I think it's like every 7 hours. And you fill up this bar. And once you fill up this bar, you get 200 Visior. So you're watching 100 ads for 200 Visior, which to me at least seems insane. You have to watch 100 ads for 200 Visior. You're telling me that 100 ads is worth like $2? Let's see how much Visior actually is. Not We're not going to look at these sales or whatever because it's not a true indication of how much this Visior is. So you're telling me, yeah, so $5 gets you 305 Visior. So let's say something like, I don't know, $3 gets you 200 Visior. You're telling me watching 100 ads is only worth $3? I don't know. I don't see how that's the case. I mean, there are people, if you like watch people on YouTube and watch how they tell you how much they make on YouTube through ad revenue, some YouTubers will get like $5 to $10 per click through, per ad. Okay, I don't think it's per ad, but it's like per click through or something like that. Where if a user watches or interacts with the ad or whatever, they get like $5 to $10. So you're telling me, you know what, we'll just lowball it. We'll just say that they get $1 from every ad that we watch. You know what? No, 50 cents for a ad that we watch. And so what's that? 50 cents times 100 ads. I don't know what that is off the top of my head, but I'll say it's something like $5 or something. So $5 should get you 305 Visior, at least. Now, somebody can correct me down below what that math is, but that's insane. They're lowballing us for watching all of these ads. And that's if they're getting 50 cents per ad that we watch. And I have a sneaky suspicion that they're getting more than 50 cents per ad that we watch. And this is multiplied amongst hundreds and thousands of players. So they're raking in the cash with this. And they're still making getting Visior like a pain, a chore. It's hard to do. Yes, it's a premium currency for a free-to-play game. That's how it typically should be. But they're so heavily monetized with these ads where you can watch ads for extra energy, or you can watch ads for some summoning, or you can watch ads for something else. I think, I don't remember. It may just be those two things, but those are like the two main things that players are going to go to when it comes to this game. So I really hate how heavily monetized this game is for what you get gameplay wise. It's so heavily monetized for getting energy and for summoning, and those are both things that, like I said, people are mostly going to go to for. If they're going to put ads in those places, they need to make getting this Visior, this premium currency, a lot better. They need to give us a lot more of it because this is ridiculous. The gameplay adds to Visior earned through gameplay ratio is really bad. Square Enix is just raking in the cash from its player base right now. I can tell you that right now. It's just raking it in, and it kind of pisses me off. Yes, I know this is a free-to-play game, but this free-to-play game has ads in it, and it shouldn't be the way it is. Anyways, that's enough of that little bit of a rant. Another thing I don't really like about this game are when you're grinding for resources, for things like experience and gil and all of this other stuff. You can only do each one of these things 3 times a day, which really sucks. It doesn't matter how much energy you have, you can only do these 3 times a day, which means that you have to be very considerate. You have to be very sure of what you're going to be doing because you can only do these 3 times a day. I can't do the level 60 ones yet because I'm grinding resources to get up to that level. And like I said earlier, it's very hard to get the resources you need to power up your units. You can get up to these level 30s pretty easily. It seems like the difficulty is a little mismatched with these. I found that I've had a harder time doing this gil level 5 ones than I do have doing these experience level 30s. So it's a little weird to me. It may just be come down to the unit typing in the maps. So those are things I really hate. One thing I do love is that it does have a guild system. Even though in my first guild I joined, they kicked me out. Even though I met the requirements to stay in the guild, they kicked me out, so screw them. I created my own guild. If you want to join it, my guild is named Lubu, because you should never pursue Lubu. I should probably attend. That's something that your guild members will have to do, is attend. So if you do join my guild, then I will check to make sure if you're attending or not, because if you're not attending, I'll probably kick you out. Just to be fair, just to let you know. So there's that. We have 3 members in there right now, including myself. I didn't mean to do that, so don't mind that. Another way you can get experience, since you can only do those experience grindings 3 times a day, is you can do this chocobo thing, chocobo exploration, where you explore and you get items for raising the level of your Esper, plus you get these shards for characters so you can limit break them. You can do this several times a day. It's pretty cool. I do like this. And your units that you have in there will get experience. So make sure you put in there the units that you want to get experience. I might have to switch this out at some point, but I'm not going to do it now. Yeah, and they have PvP. I'm not a PvP person, especially in mobile games, because it seems to me that the people that can spend more win more, and spend more. And what I mean spend more is like spend more money and spend more time, which I can't do either. So I usually try to stay away from the PvP because I'll just get destroyed. Oh, I almost forgot about this. The VIP like system where they want you to also purchase Visior every day, daily purchase bonus, to get these rewards, which is kind of crappy. So they want you to purchase Visior for 5 days straight. So let's say you purchase the cheapest amount of Visior, which is 99 cents. So they want you to pay $5 to get these special daily bonuses. So $1 a day. And that's not including tax wherever you're living and whatnot. So they want you to pay $1 a day to get these. If you purchase 300 Visior once a day, you get rewards up to 5 days. So you can just buy that. It sounds like $5 Visior pack, and you'll get them all, which is cool, I guess. But I think this restarts every 5 days. Yeah, so it ends at April 7th for us. So in 4 days. And I believe that means that this will refresh every week. So they want you to spend, let's see, $30 a month on this game, which is crazy to me. But if you do get this VIP stats, I think you get an additional ×2 battle speed, where you start off free to play. I'm air quoting myself right now. You get 1.5 times speed. So there's that. So there's a VIP system. There are ads, and that pisses me off. Because like I said, this game is so heavily monetized and I hate it. But I love the other things about this game, like the art and the little things like interacting with your home unit and being able to give yourself more energy by watching ads. You do get items for restoring your energy, but yeah, there's that. You don't get very much of it in the beginning. I do love that you can get, let's see, where's my summons? You can get free summons, like normal summons, every 7 hours. I think what I'll do is do a quick one just so you can kind of see what it looks like. I'm sure you've already played the game, so you already know what it looks like. You're just listening to me ramble on about this game and complain about it. Looks like I got some rainbows, so I got some good things. Okay, one good thing, really. Okay, that just changed to a semi-good thing. It's a vision card. So this is where this game is kind of like Fate Grand Order, where you get these vision cards, which is kind of like Craft Essence in Fate Grand Order. And dang, I got 3 rainbows so far. Yeah, so it's like Fate Grand Order with that, which is pretty cool. I don't mind it. One thing it does have in this game, dang, 4, is that it has a equipment system, which I know a lot of people really like. I'm personally not one of those that typically like the equipment system, because it just adds another layer of things that I need to take into account when it comes to like crafting new equipment. And you have to get the well, this is where the resource grinding comes into play again, where you have to get the resources, the materials to craft this equipment. So for a long sword +2, I have to have 2 of these long swords, and to get 2 of these long swords, I need a long sword or crafting recipe, plus I need the sorrowful hearts materials. Once I get those, and craft 2 of these, so I need 2 of these crafting recipes, which I haven't figured out how to easily get. And then I need 20 of these sorrowful hearts to make 2 of these long swords. And then to make this long sword +2, I need to take 2 of these long swords, plus I need another long sword crafting recipe, so now I'm up to 3 of those. And then I need another 10 of these sorrowful hearts, and I need 30 of those in total to create this long sword part 2 or +2. And then you can kind of see how it continues going on. I have to and not only do I have to get these 2 long swords, I can't just craft them right away. They have to both be level 10. So to get them to level 10, I need to go do some resource grinding that I can only do 3 times a day for these the ores, which you can get these ores from doing daily events or some other mission achievements, which is, it's that. So yeah, this game is very resource grindy and is very monetized, and this is going to be a time sink for players. If you're going to get into this game, do not go into it lightheartedly, because it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of planning. It's just going to take a lot. So that's just kind of my impressions of the game, what I think of it. Do I think it's worth playing? If you have the time and the patience for this game, I think it is worth playing. But if you have other mobile games that you're spending a lot of time in, like Fate Grand Order, or some other people like to play Dragalia Lost, it gets a little harder for me to recommend this game. I don't really play Dragalia Lost because I don't like the chibis, like I was saying earlier. I prefer full unit models. Yeah, it's hard for me to say. On one hand, I do love a lot of things about this game. There's a lot of things that I've been wishing would be more prevalent in the mobile game market, like these full models and full voice acting, not the PNG retext novel kind of games. But I also really hate how monetized this game is. I hate it with a passion. I believe that this game should have been like a Apple Arcade game, kind of like the other. I think there's another Square Enix in the Apple Arcade where it's not monetized like this. I think this game would be a lot better if it was an Apple Arcade game without all the monetization, without the energy system. I think it would be better that way. I don't know how they would do the summoning. I guess they could just give us the units. Yeah, they could just give us the units and let us grind out the resources, and let us grind more of the resources for, I guess, the same amount of effort, if not a little less. I don't know. I think this game would be a better Apple Arcade game, and that's probably what I'll say about a lot of mobile games. I think that would be better as an Apple Arcade game, and that's just because I hate the free-to-play aspect of these mobile games, especially this one with all of the ads and the VIP system and how hard it is to get the Vizio, the premium currency. But that's just me. That's just my take on things. Tell me what you think about this game down below, if you agree or disagree, or if you have any other questions for me, you can ask them down below. I'll do my best to answer them, and I guess I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.